People in France think of Orange as the phone company, which it is. But in fact, Orange is a global telecommunications giant. I was amazed to find out 250 million customers in 28 countries around the world. That's all great, but they're also really doing a great job of getting behind the kinds of things these guys were just talking about. The Orange Digital Initiative is 350 million euros. It's so far been invested in 180 startups on 4 continents. So Orange is playing big time with big stakes, and people in this whole universe should be very happy to do that. Without further ado, let me welcome Stéphane Richard, the chairman and CEO of Orange, who's going to talk a little about, we're going to have a jingle first. Okay. So I'm going to go away, and you're going to hear music, and then he's going to come up. So cheers.
Good morning. Good morning. It is my great pleasure to be with you today as a partner of this one-of-a-kind event. I want first to thank very warmly Maurice for having joined forces with so many different companies, startups, and media to organize this day. As the CEO of Orange, one of the world's top telcos, and also as a French citizen, I must say that I feel really impressed and proud by all these good energies that we have been able to put together to achieve this event. It feels a little bit like if the center of the digital universe was, for once, right here today in Paris. So during these 3 days, innovation will be at the center stage, and it's going to be all about igniting conversations between large companies and innovative startups, open innovation, disruptive technologies, digital transformation, to name a few of these buzzwords and concepts. And what is at stake here, in my view, is real innovation, the one that will change the world. So with that in mind, I would like to very quickly talk this morning about innovation from 3 perspectives. First, where do we stand as a telco in this digital world when we compare ourselves and we try to define what should be our attitude, behavior, in front of the big digital players, what we call usually the OTTs, over-the-top players. My second point will be about this question: what really hides behind the open innovation mania for a big company like Orange? What does that mean in real? And third, just a few remarks about what is the true sense of innovation, what should be also the purpose of innovation at Orange. So let's start with a big picture. In a world where today the big players are the GAFA and the OTTs, every day we question ourselves about the way we should behave in front of them, and what is the strategy that we should implement regarding these big platforms. And I want to be very clear about that, because in the past you had some controversy and some debates between the telcos and the big platforms and OTTs. I personally don't think that we should be in a form of competition with OTT, and we should try to compete with them. I think that to a large extent this battle is behind us. What I see also is that they have probably started to enter into a kind of war between themselves, because all of them are trying to attract users into their ecosystems, and they are more and more competing with each other. And in fact, clearly, we are not fighting on the same business model. We are selling services and products while they are looking for customers' time and data. And everyone should remember that if the service is free, then the user is the product. If you take the example of Facebook, the world's largest social network, it now has over 1.6 billion active users. It's more than the population of China. And on average, each user spends about 50 minutes a day on Facebook and the two other big services Facebook owns, Instagram and WhatsApp. And each platform has the same goal to keep its customers and make them use the whole range of its services. The example of WeChat in China is quite outstanding with its broad platform strategy combining IoT, communication services, e-commerce, and payments. But when you are on WeChat or WhatsApp, you can only communicate with people who have the same application. And just think about it, we, the telcos, are the only ones in this digital world to guarantee to everyone a full interoperability for communication services. So a first learning for us is, in my view, to be ready for successful partnerships with OTTs, bringing our own assets as a telco and building together an outstanding solution for our customers based on best of both worlds. We need, of course, to remain cautious on critical red lines, but we are looking for deep exchanges and a fruitful cooperation with OTTs based on two simple ideas. First, we want to promote openness and freedom of choice for our users. And second, we want to promote innovation and useful services towards our customers wherever they come from. This is why we are having discussions with Facebook, with Google, for instance, on how we can bring together the best of both worlds. Also, I would like to highlight the fact that we, as a telco, can also use breakthrough technologies and innovation in our services to improve our customers' experience. Top of mind are the IoT, of course, with our HomeLive and DataVenue offers, but also artificial intelligence, with various projects initiated to leverage bots, those automated agents based on a deep learning algorithm who are really dramatically changing customer relationship management. And also, I can mention virtual reality, for instance, with the OCS VR application we developed and which is available in our stand. And in no way, breakthrough technologies and innovation are reserved to the big OTTs. Of course, first, there are hundreds, thousands, millions of startups and developers, but also the telcos. But what is true also is that we cannot imagine to innovate today as we used to do it 10 years ago. And I do think that if we want to satisfy our customers and bring them the best, what is absolutely critical for us is to create an ecosystem based on open innovation. So what is open innovation for Orange? Open innovation relies on three keywords. Orange finds, supports, and promotes the best digital talents of today who will influence the way we will live what's essential in our life tomorrow. Today, startups improve, enrich, or even disrupt what matters most to people, the way we communicate, the way we entertain ourselves, the way we work, and even the way we manage our money. This is why Orange is continuously looking for changes in the way we interact, then selects and incorporates the most relevant startups into its ecosystem to bring changes to life. But it's not only about identifying these startups. As a big company, we can offer human support via Orange Fab network of accelerators and incubators that we have all over the world, especially in Europe and Africa. We can offer also material support by offering APIs through the community of developers, but also, of course, financial support via Orange Digital Investment Assistance. Over 300 million euros available for that. And on top of that, we want to promote startups by offering them a privileged access to market opportunities. We have 250 million customers in the world, and this is a fantastic opportunity for the startups to test in reality what they have created, invented, in real experience and with real users and customers. So, of course, I invite all of you to come to our stand here, to meet with our teams, and also to know some of the startups, about 50 startups that we are accompanying. My last point will be about the sense of this for a company like Orange. You know, we have tried to figure out how we could define our philosophy regarding innovation, which is something which is not so obvious. And you know, at Orange, innovation has been, for a long way, a very important part of the values of the company. And we have a rather glorious history with a lot of achievements. Most of you are probably too young, or just not French, to have known the Minitel. But I can assure you that at that time, it was certainly a breakthrough innovation that was maybe an image of what could become this world of internet and of all those devices that we have with us. But more importantly, I think that we have the privilege of delivering progress wherever we go. We are bringing everyone the benefits of the digital communication society. That's, in a way, our mission. And it's also reflected in our deep and diversified commitment in the countries and societies where we operate. It is clear for us that our role is to widely spread digital usages, but we think also that what's really important, what's really true behind technology is the human being. So always put people center stage. That's our approach, maybe our difference. It's our philosophy, and we decided to give this philosophy approach a name, and this name is Human Inside. And you can just see this quick movie.
It's only when technology becomes useful that it becomes an innovation. However, it's only when it is available to the majority of people that technology can be considered as progress. It's then that new dimensions and opportunities open up. More knowledge, more exchange, more sharing, and even at times, this leads to a better life. At Orange, we feel that this is our battle to transform technology into progress every day, to remove its dangers and make it safe for everyone to use, to make algorithms, data, robots, and everything science invents every day useful. In short, to master all technologies, yet stick to essentials. Innovation only makes sense when it serves humanity, man, citizen, employee, customer. Making sure that each one of our innovations has the human touch will ensure that they can be differentiated from all others.
These values we promote are perfectly in line with our strategy, which puts the customer at the core of our projects and the core of our actions. We want to offer our customers products and services that are created by people for people. We want to offer as many individuals as possible an unmatched experience of digital technology every day. We want also to be powerful and global. We have 250 million customers in the world, but also local and very close to people. We must remember our history as a public service provider in this country, in France. We are proud of that, and we have to be in the places where our competitors won't go, and we are proud of that also. That's the way we will affirm our difference. This also translates into our will to promote open innovation, of course, but also in the types of innovations we want to promote. Take our new Livebox, for example. It's quite emblematic of the human inside attitude. For this project, more than 3,000 volunteers from group employees throughout France participated in the test campaign over 1 year. And this Livebox was also an opportunity to implement our open innovation spirit, because in fact a lot of European and US startups participated in the creation of the product. But human insight also translates into our investment priorities. Orange is currently investing more than 15 billion euros in the networks. This is what we are going to invest between 2015 and 2018 in both Europe and in Africa. And I recently announced a massive plan to accelerate the very high broadband rollout in this country with a short-term target, which is to bring an additional 2.5 million households living in the French countryside to have an access to very high broadband. We think that it's also part of the human inside attitude, and of course that it will contribute to reduce the digital gap in our country. This is what I wanted to tell you this morning. I wish to everyone a very rich, lively and fruitful day, or even 3 days here in Viva Technology. We are very happy and proud to be a key partner of this event. And just remember, Orange, human inside. Thank you.